Hello and welcome to the latest installment in the Guns and Gear series. So I have the KWA Kriss Vector here today, which I bought on eBay for $270. Some of you know that I was actually saving for a BFC Scar, but there were none at the time, so I settled with this just for now. And it is really cool, so it's going to be here for a while, and there's going to be a lot of cool videos. So to start off with this review, the box is actually pretty cool. It's cardboard, but they got a lot of cool pictures on it, like the Vector in the front, and the trademarks from Kriss. Like on any KWA product, they put the little picture on the side, you know, they do that. And it says manufactured by whatever that is in Chinese, so that's a bit weird. Don't know who actually built the gun. And it has a carrying handle, which is what airsoft companies are starting to do nowadays. So this is what you'll be greeted with, the KWA Vector in all its glory, and the styrofoam and that thing to keep it from flying around during shipping. So it comes with KWA's owner's manual. Yeah, I'll go over that in a second. Has the, I think this is part of warranty or something like that, and then here's the actual warranty card from KWA. And here is the Kriss Vector. And this is pretty much brand new. Previous owner only shot about 100 rounds out of it, and then he sold it. So now it's mine, and it is pristine, new box and everything. Came with everything, you know. And the foregrip comes with it. So it also comes with the included 49 round. I think this is a Glock 20 mag, whatever holds the 45. So your regular KWA Glock mags will not fit. It also comes with the little tiny thing of silicone oil, not a lot for a gun this size. Comes with these two things. This is the thread protector. This is a thread protector for the, I think it's 16mm threads, but it's really hard to put on the gun, so it's not on there yet. I heard people say you need to do it a couple times before it'll stay on. And it comes with these tools in a little baggie. There is a front sight adjustment tool. Let me get these out. This is the adjustment tool for your front sight. It is made out of plastic, and then your hop-up adjustment key for the Vector. This is the manual, just taking a quick glimpse. KWA is pretty smart, and they know airsofters well, so they put a lot of important things in it. How to operate it, just hop up, how to take it apart, which is important. And they also include the diagram for the small mag. Alright, so the awesome KWA Kriss Vector Super V is the full name of this by KWA. KWA got Kriss's licensing rights, or I guess they gave it to them so they can put, you know, all the right specifications on there and they don't get sued again like they did with Glock. So in the real world, this is, you know, all the same trades and everything. It shoots a 45 ACP round, so it's got a heavy bullet, but it shoots really fast. And it has this system called the Super V, where the recoil from the bolt is actually going down, so the bolt goes down, and it's replicated the same in airsoft. So this thing is very similar to the real one, since KWA likes to make training replicas for police and military. So this is kind of for them, but it's available to the airsoft market as well. So everything on it is very stiff, like the real one would be. And it's pretty much as real as it gets for airsoft. So as for trades, right here it says KWA stuff, and then this 45 ACP and the V for the system. And the serial number, which I don't think is special or real since it's in the millions. And it says Kriss Vector on the side. And there's a V in the front. On the magazine, has the bullet counter, and you can't see the numbers once you get to the spacer, but it says 45 and then it says Kriss. On the other side of the weapon has the same trademark again, and it also says US patented pending on the side. So I got this on eBay, but you can get yours from the two most popular airsoft websites, eVike and Airsoft Gbb, where they're both available. I got some specifications from both of them, mostly eVike, and I got the price from eVike. So on eVike, it is $364.96. Spare magazines cost $44.95, so that's a bit pricey on both ends, so it's not cheap at all. The total length of this gun with stock extended is 630 millimeters or 25 inches. Stock folded, this gun is 400 millimeters or 15 inches. The weight of this gun, I'm assuming with the magazine in it, is 2,830 grams or 7 pounds. It is actually really heavy for 7 pounds, especially with the mag in it. With no mag, it's not that heavy, but with the mag in there, it is heavy to the point where when I switch back to like my FN 2000, that actually feels light. But I don't have a problem carrying it around at all, but it is heavier than your common AEG. The FPS taken from eVike is 360 to 380 FPS, tested with 20 grams, but I use 25. And like I said, the magazine holds a total of 49 rounds. Alright, so the Vector, we're going to go front to back in review mode. The very front is where we're going to start. So this is the outer barrel. It's orange on the outer barrel, but the thread protector will cover this up. The only problem is it's a 16mm outer barrel, which means that your 20mm barrel attachments for your AGs will not fit. Alright, as you can see, this is the thread protector with a nice diamond pattern on it. It is 16mm and it is really hard to put on. See, like I can get it about that far on before it just feels like it won't go anymore. And at this point, you feel like you're destroying the threads, which you sort of are. I heard that you just need to keep putting it on and off to get this to work, but it's really tight. So in the front, there's this thing, which is open for a compartment with the removal of that screw to accept the special flashlight made especially for the gun. There are holes here for a spare rail, kind of like a G36. On the other side is the other rail. This is strong metal, and it looks like it's gunmetal gray. I'm pretty sure that's just a regular rail. On the bottom is a plastic rail, and I have a huge problem with this, is that the included foregrip, it wobbles. And you're always going to notice the wobble. Always going to notice that. So for a how much is this? $364 gun, wobble in this area in particular is pretty bad. So and this foregrip is nice. I like it and all. So to remove it, you need an Allen key and take out these two, but you need to take the screws all the way out just to get it off. And then you gotta take, well, these will fall out, these screws will fall out, and then you gotta pull really hard to get it off. So it's a good grip, it's strong polycarbonate, and it's hollowed out. And this is a nice little lip here. There's multiple ways to hold it. You know, it's good. It's good grip. But the weapon is designed without a grip to hold it like this, or you can put your thumb wherever you want. It's actually really comfortable each way. Each different way I found to hold the gun is very comfortable, and it's very steady. So back to the front. It's not the foregrip's fault. It's actually the bottom rail's fault, and there's only one pin right there holding it in place. So to tighten this rail, I haven't found a way to do so yet. The entire body of the Vector is made out of polycarbonate. The body is held in place by a bunch of pins all over it, and it aids in disassembly. Some of the pins don't come out like these. It's the push pins. Okay, so the charging handle is made out of like aluminum or zinc is what I've heard Kitaway makes their parts out of. It has a, like on the real Vector, a loaded chamber indicator, where you pull it back to here. This is so that you can get your full grip on the charging handle. Indication on the real vector, it's pulling it back to there. Opens the chamber just enough to see your loaded round, but since this has a nozzle, you can't see the BB just yet. Another thing is that when you let go of the charging handle, it will actually damage the body of the weapon right there. It's not too bad though. Okay, so rack the gun. It's actually kind of hard to rack. The whole thing has a break-in period where everything is really stiff, especially the selector switch. But it loosens up, and I wouldn't say the charging handle does. If your hammer's not cocked, it's really hard to do. Alright, so nothing in the gun after the bolt's already been cocked once. See, the nozzle goes down with the Super V system. See the way this sort of works when there's no mag in the gun. And it is locked with no mag. This sometimes will lock on its own if you do it slowly. Not sure why, but no mag and it'll lock. I've noticed before that if you put in a magazine when it is like this, it'll go up on its own, so that's cool. But if you don't have a magazine and it locks like that, if you don't have a magazine and you pull back the charging handle and it locks, there's no way to get it to go forward again without putting in the mag. Lock, but sometimes it'll lock with no mag. Charging handle is actually getting pretty easy to pull now. First get it, it's going to be hard as hell, but bolt release will not go forward unless you put in a new mag. So the charging handle is made out of like aluminum, something like that. They sell spare ones on e-bike, like some silver one, and I think another one that's made out of steel. Okay, so the bolt lock is kind of strange. First of all, it is made out of like steel. It's slightly magnetic, so it's steel. And the way it works is quite weird, since I don't know why it does that, because this is the button you press. So, alright, so the empty magazine in the vector. Bolt is locked. So now this is sticking out. This is the bolt release button. It is quite fun to press and it makes a satisfying sound. I think this part beneath it is a high strength polymer, but it works pretty well. So here's the selector switch. It is made of a high strength polymer, semi, 2-round burst and full auto. When you first get this, to go from 2-round burst to full auto is really hard to push. It's actually really hard, but it breaks in. I think they do this so that you really know whether or not you're in full auto, so that so you don't accidentally so it doesn't accidentally go all the way down. You just don't realize it. You accidentally spray someone with full auto. So they put that there so that you really know what you're doing. And it is ambidextrous, which is good. The safety is right above the trigger. It's actually quite convenient. I like to use this finger to do it, and then I use this finger to turn it back off. So that is the safety. Same material as the selector switch, the high strength polymer. Trigger does not budge at all while on safe. While on safe. And this itself is a really nice switch. Then you have the trigger. It is made out of another type of polymer. So not a bad trigger pull. Then you have the button to collapse the stock. This button is made out of a type of metal. So you just depress that and there goes the stock. On the other side of the weapon, built into the body, is the hook for it. So it hooks on. See, this is where it's supposed to stay, but it actually can go further on, and it kind of just, does that. You could still hold it like this. Your fingers will just be, in between, quite tight. And on the real gun, the shells can still fly out the side because the stock is designed especially for that. You just lift up on it like a G36 and it'll go back in place. This is a really sturdy stock. It does not wobble at all, and it's a very stable shooting platform. Alright, so moving to this area of the gun, the magazine release button is just the right amount of push. It's not too sensitive so that while you're holding it, it'll come out. It's in an indented area, so you couldn't even press it unless you hold it like this into it. And it sticks out on the other side just like a Glock would. Now, another huge problem I have with this gun is the amount of mag wobble it has. Side to side and forth and back wobble, it's a lot. So I heard that it's awkward to take out the mag, but not really. Hit the button. I have these two fingers on it and you should be able to take it out. But the way it was designed was so that you could just press the button and the mag drops out on its own. But you don't want to lose these expensive mags, so you gotta grab them. Alright, since we're in the area, let's go over the magazine. But magazine release button is made out of plastic apparently, and that is alright, as Glock magazine release buttons are plastic anyway. So here's the magazine. It holds 49 rounds according to the websites. I never cared to check myself. I already showed the trademarks on the back of the magazine, the indication how many rounds are left. I'm pretty sure this is a 30 round magazine, but the spacer